In today's gaming news, Black Desert may get a Western publisher soon, Nintendo says watching live streams is no fun, and the Destiny Alpha continues. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. My name is Force, here with your day's gaming news. First up today, the upcoming action-based sandbox MMO Black Desert looks to be getting a Western publisher at long last. Developer Pearl Abyss said that they are in the final phase of negotiations with a North American and European publisher, and although they wouldn't name the company, said that it should be familiar when mentioned. Now it's worth noting that this is just a rumor, as no official announcements have been made. We have no time frame, and we don't even have a speculation as to who that publisher could be, but it's exciting to hear that we should be looking, hopefully, at some point in the future at getting an announcement for a Western publisher. Black Desert, an MMO that people have been talking about and excited for. It's got the sandboxy elements, it's got action combat, I guess similar to something like Terra, if you will. And yeah, it also looks really pretty. So looking forward to hearing more information about the potential of a Western release for this game. As of now though, we'll sit tight. Once more information comes through, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Next up, the Wii U has a noticeable lack of live streaming, something that's been a big push for both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One in terms of next-gen capabilities. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like any built-in live streaming functionality will be coming to the Wii U at any point in the future, as Nintendo evidently deems it as unfun. In speaking with Polygon, Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé said that we don't think streaming 30 minutes of gameplay by itself is a lot of fun. And before you go off the handle, I just want to put in my 2 cents and say that in some ways I agree. 30 minutes of gameplay, or 60 minutes, or 90 minutes, or however many minutes of gameplay just straight by itself typically isn't a lot of fun to watch. What usually makes streaming and YouTube videos exciting is a variety of things, one of which is watching high-level professional play, people who are very skilled at games, or watching things that are entertaining, be it funny, informative, interesting, whatever. Entertainment, high level of skill, one way or the other, that's what makes watching streams enjoyable, and again, YouTube videos. But I also don't think the Nintendo should feel that they need to dictate whether or not people like watching a thing, because even though I don't like just watching straight gameplay a lot of the time, that doesn't mean that other people don't. And they're not stopping people from live streaming, although they're making steps towards making it more difficult for those who want to monetize. What they're saying is that we're not going to put anything in the Wii U because we just don't see that there is value there. You can still do this, you just need the additional necessary hardware and software, whereas with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, they've put in this built-in functionality which makes it a lot easier. Nintendo evidently won't be making those steps anytime soon. And since we're on the topic of live streaming, I thought I should mention a live streamed game that I've been watching a lot of this past weekend, and that is Destiny. Destiny did enter the alpha, the earlier portion of this weekend. They opened up the alpha to anyone who signed up on the PlayStation 4. I don't have a PlayStation 4. I also wasn't home this weekend, so even if I did, I couldn't have participated. But for those of you who do, and those of you who have participated, you'll be excited to hear that the alpha for Destiny has been extended. It was supposed to end last night, and it is still up and running as of this moment. So if you want to get some more Destiny fix before we move into the later stages of the beta at some point this summer, you have the opportunity to do so today. And since we're on the topic of Destiny, I just thought I should mention that after watching a bunch of gameplay, I am wholly excited for this game. You know, it does in many ways just look like a Halo game, maybe reskinned a little bit with some different animations and some magical spells thrown in. But that makes sense because it's a first-person shooter in a sci-fi setting set in space, and it's from the same developer who made Halo. I think what's important to keep in mind here, at least for me and what has me excited, is we've got that loot element, something very Borderlands-esque that I really, really enjoy in the process of progressing your character and leveling up. And, you know, this is supposed to be like a 10-year ordeal. That's the time frame that they're shooting for based on their contractual obligations. And if it's something that is successful and sticks, which I feel like it could be an exciting universe to explore. And that's really the big thing for me. Even though it may look and feel a lot like a Halo game, it's a new universe to explore. And depending on how big and expansive Destiny ends up being, it could provide countless hours of entertainment, and that's really what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm looking forward to trying out in the beta at some point this summer. Again, the alpha is still going right now. It'll probably be concluding soon, but I do believe pre-ordering the game is going to get you into the beta. That's probably what I'll do, and I'm probably going to end up picking it up on the Xbox One because that's a console that all my friends have. Although luckily for me, I waited and I get to pick it up $100 cheaper. Cha-ching. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode of the show. As always, please let me know what you think about any of the topics discussed here today. What do you think about Black Desert potentially getting a Western publisher? Are you interested in giving it a look? Will you be checking out Destiny in the beta or in the official release? And then Nintendo not being interested in live streaming straight gameplay. How do you feel about that as well? Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. And now that I've concluded recording today's episode of the Force Feed, I was thinking about going on a bike ride. However, before I do, I wanted to ask any of you who are watching this who work at Nintendo, is that a fun thing? Should I be doing it? I've always enjoyed bike riding, but I'm not sure if it's actually fun, if it's actually enjoyable, and if it's okay for me to do. If you could please just send me a message and let me know, is it okay for me to ride a bike? Do I really like doing it? Is it fun? You can send that to my business email, starcraft2strategy@yahoo.com. I appreciate and await your response.